What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Para or Normal. Tonight, we are at Live Oak Cemetery. It's a new one close to actually, our stomping grounds that we've been wanting to check out. It's not very big, but just because it isn't big doesn't mean that, nothing's going on here. So tonight, that's what we plan to do, is just do a smaller, more relaxed investigation to see, what's happening out here at Live Oak. So let's go. Okay, so you all know the drill. Another investigation. We always got to start it off with a spirit box session just to see what we can get through this. So without further ado, let's kick it off. All right. Is there anybody out here at Live Oak that would like to communicate with us? I have this box in my hand. I know it seems strange, football, but it allows us to communicate with you. If you've got anything you'd like to say to us, you can speak into this box. So when we start out these spirit box sessions, we always like to start with a little meet and greet. If anybody's here with us right now, can you tell us your name? Okay.
The rest is...
Those priests at the seminary rocking out.
Can you say that again?
If you just said something, can you say it again?
Mr. President. It started for free. You two
One more time, if you're here with us and you want to speak, and you just said something, can you say it again into this box, please? Keep stopping, man. Well, I'm Matt, and this is Kenny. Can you say our names back to us? Can you say Matt for me? Can you say Kenny?
Lessons.
Can you tell us your name?
Chiron.
If there's anybody here with us, do you know where you are right now? Can you tell us where you are? Oh. Okay. Can you tell us what year it is or what day it is? If you remember, can you tell us how you passed? If you remember.
Are you buried nearby here? Are you buried in one of the graves nearby?
Something's trying to get through.
Did you live here?
Are we bothering you?
I want to hear.
Would you like us to leave? I didn't hear it.
I'm pretty sure I heard
Off your cell phone.
Yeah, of course it did.
Yeah. Would you like us to go? Am I talking to myself, or is there somebody here with us?
if you're the one that was speaking to us, can you still talk to us? Can you tell us anything? Because we're not going to stay here for too long. So this is your chance to speak. If you want to speak, we need you to talk.
All right, I'm about to turn off this box. So if you got something you want to say it now. This is your chance. It was fragmented. A lot of that was fragmented.
Yeah.
There was a couple times I felt like something was trying to fight its way through.
Yeah, that was definitely that was odd because of course, like I always say, I'll go back and listen to it.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I heard "Please go" right after you asked if they wanted us to leave. So.
And I didn't catch it, but I was also talking at the same time.
Yeah,
so
it was very faint. But if it wasn't "Please go," it was very close to it.
Yeah.
It sounded just like it.
That's the only real downside that I've caught on to since we started doing these investigations is the whole, when you're using the spirit box, it's awesome. Don't get me wrong. It's a really, really cool instrument, but a lot of the times things come through and I'm talking.
Yeah, yep.
So I try to stop, but it's like, it's too late now. It's done.
I think I kind of will drag the question out, and then as I'm doing that, I kind of catch myself. I'm like, they're probably sitting there trying to talk, and we're like, "Are you here?"
Yeah, and you know what's really funny, dude, is you like us, you've watched these ghost hunting shows, you watch people go out and do this for real, just like we are doing it,
Yeah.
and you're always like, oh yeah, I can do this, and then when you get out here and you start asking questions, you're like, I don't know what else to ask.
You start drawing a blank. Yeah.
But
and that's one of those things too. Once we start to learn the history of a lot of these places,
Right.
we'll have a lot more to go off of.
we will. A little bit more background information. The cemetery's pretty wide open. You got a lot of past, a lot of histories combined here, so who knows? But we'll do what we always do. We'll move on probably here soon to an Estes method, and we'll keep checking stuff out. All right, so we're going to do the first Estes method session of the night and see if we can get off this. So let's go, man.
Let's do it. All right. So if anybody's with us, can you talk to Matt? Say something in the box for us. If you're the ghost that was nearby, not ghost, if you're the spirit that was nearby, can you speak to Matt?
Wow.
Wow.
Ow.
Now? Now you're nearby now? What do you mean now? Are you nearby us now? Are you the spirit?
Honor.
Honor. Or do you feel like we're dishonoring you?
Huh.
Do you feel like we're in your area? Do you feel bothered by us being here?
Me.
Bothering you?
Yeah.
So we're bothering you by being here? Does it bother you that we're here?
It's an audible said something.
Can you repeat it again? Whatever you said, can you say it to Matt again? Okay, if you are the one that was speaking to us, can you talk to Matt?
Green sphere?
Huh. Like Earth? No. Is it something here? Something in this area that you're speaking about? Did you live here? Did you live in Myrtle Beach?
Protect yourself.
Huh. Protect yourself from what? From you or something else? Protect yourself from who? Is there something near me that I should be worried about? We're going to be here for a short while, so stay something here.
Ohio?
Ohio. Are you from Ohio? That would make sense. There's a lot of people from
Our
Ohio.
fault.
What's your fault? You feel like something was your fault? Alright, I'm gonna end this in just a minute, so if you have something you need to say, you need to tell it. Right
Without me?
now. You feel like they left you? Somebody left you? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and end this.
All right.
It was kind of all over the place.
Dude, it was.
It was like green spear. I'm like, yes, this is the earth.
That one just kind of jumped out at me. I remember that one. It was all just, dude, it was like a smattering of different voices. You know how
Yeah.
normally we can detect at least a pattern?
Yeah.
Like the same type of voices speaking to us over and over and over again?
Yep.
I didn't hear that at all this time, dude. It was just like random voices coming at me. And they weren't broadcasts.
Yeah.
There's something else going on, but yeah, it was weird, dude. It was
Yeah.
throwing all kind. It was like you walked into a room where like 80 different people are having a conversation,
Yeah.
and you're just getting snippets at a
picking up on
time.
it, yeah.
That's what it was like. Green sphere.
Yeah.
Without
Ohio.
me, protect yourself. Like, what? What is
Yeah.
happening right now? It was weird, dude. It was very bizarre.
Yeah, that was pretty odd. Well, I guess we'll move to a different spot. Maybe do another spirit box session and see what we pick up.
I like it. Let's do it.
Alright, so we moved to a different part of the cemetery. We're going to try another spirit box method. We had some activity over there. Hopefully it's following us and we can pick it up over here. So we'll go ahead and get into this. Alright. So, if the spirit that was with us a minute ago is nearby, can you talk into this box? If you're nearby, can you tell us your name?
You say I think I like you?
I don't know. I thought that was how unfortunate.
I think I like you.
I think I like this guy. Whoa,
Wow.
that was weird. Can you say that again? If you're nearby, can you tell us your name? Rob. Alright, if you're nearby us, I'm gonna tell you our names, and I would like for you to repeat them.
Herb?
I
Did you
don't
say
know.
Herb?
I thought you
Herb.
said sure.
I heard Herb.
Whoa, that's
Herb.
weird. That sounded like a little kid voice coming
Yeah.
across. Can you say? I feel like it's interrupting me a lot. Can you say Matt's name? Can you say Matt?
Word.
Can you say Kenny?
Spirit box is being a real asshole. Whoa.
Did you say gassy? Pretty sure it's a little gassy. That was weird though, man. There was something really faint coming through there.
We're gonna have to go back and watch that in the footage, dude.
Yeah.
No, something backlighted you, and it wasn't a headlight. That was weird. I couldn't make it out what it was, but it backlighted you.
Is there somebody behind me? This thing got really weird all of a sudden. You notice there was like no radio coming from us? Well, are you next to us? Not Steven Tyler. Are you next to us? Let's see if I can increase the speed rate.
Did he tell you who?
Let's try this one. Can you speak into the box? Was that you behind? Was that you behind me? It feels just like over there where something is trying to come through. You know? Are you trying to speak to us?
I have a question.
I have a question. That was weird. We'll definitely hear it on the record. That light guy.
Yeah. It's all right. Just keep going. I'm
Yeah.
still picking you up. So
All right, I'm gonna try to get back on track because this threw me off like really bad. All right, if you are next to us, can you tell us if you were buried here? Were you born here at Myrtle Beach?
Exits from your own body.
Dude, there's something, man. Said that again. Herb, I think.
Herb. Yeah.
Herb. Herb, is that you?
How was
I
that?
don't, dude, there's something weird going on here. Are you standing next to me by any chance? If you're standing next to me, can you grab my shoulder? Can you grab Matt's shoulder?
Go for it.
We'll try this. If you're nearby, can you set off that REM pod?
Just give it a little touch.
This thing is crazy, man.
Yeah.
There's something coming through. Is that you trying to talk to us?
Oh.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, there's something in here. Wait, are you Herb?
Oh. Did you hear it again?
Yeah.
All right, keep talking to him.
Okay. Herb, if that's you, can you tell us your age? I can hear it, man. It's so faint, but I can hear it. Something. Herb, if that's you, can you tell us if you're buried here? Can you say yes or no? Pretty sure I heard he's buried. Herb, if that's you, can you say yes?
Oh.
I'm not messing with this. Like,
No, I know.
I'm like kind of got thrown off here. I don't even know what to say now. I'm like, I didn't expect this much to happen to us. Herb, I'm gonna have to cut this off soon. I need you to talk to us. If that's your name, can you say Herb? Can you say it again? Are you buried in one of these? Are you buried in one of these nearby? It said it again.
Yeah. Hey, Herb, do you want us to go? Are we bothering you? Or do you want us to stay and keep talking to you? Say stay or say go?
Get out.
Could have been.
That's what it sounded like.
Herb ain't playing.
Herb has had enough, man. Herb, we're really not trying to bother you. We don't mean for this to be like that. We just want to be able to talk to you for one moment, and then we're going to leave. Can you tell us if you're here next to us? Can you say yes or no? If you are next to us, can you set off that red light? Okay, we're going to cut this off, Herb. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm thinking I'm hearing stuff, and I'm pretty sure I heard thank you. I don't know, man. All right, Herb. Thank you for talking to us. Okay. That was one of the craziest ones I've ever done.
Yeah, dude.
That was almost, I couldn't even keep up because so much was coming across. I heard Herb like 8 different times, man. And like, there was, I think it said please go or something. I'll definitely know when I go back and listen to this recording. But right whenever you said, Herb, if we're bothering you, do you want us to leave? I heard please go. Like right after that. I don't know. We'll go back and find out. But that was definitely.
No, that was eerie, and just the way the spirit box kept messing up as well, dude.
Like I had to look at my hand over and over because I'm like, am I touching something? I had my finger resting right here over the screen.
Yeah.
But I know, like, you got to press this. You know, like, you can't just touch it a little bit.
Nope.
I would have to press it, and it was going up and down, and that's what kind of threw me off, too, was the sweep rate randomly just dropped. It was fine, and all of a sudden it dropped to, like, just a normal, you know, barely moving. I don't know. That was crazy. That was a good one. Anyways, you heard it. You seen it. make your own judgment call on that.
Yeah.
We'll be peeling through the audio, and anything we find that didn't get caught in here, we'll definitely put on there for you guys to see.
Word. All right, well, I think we should move on to what, another Estes method?
Yep.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it right here.
Yeah, let's just do it.
Yeah, let's
just do it, man.
Let's do it. Herb, you stay right here. Don't you go anywhere.
Herb, don't you go.
Herb's like, dude. All right, so we're at the same spot where we just did the spirit box method, and we kind of got obviously saw a little bit of back and forth there. So we're gonna try an Estes method, see what we pick up, and yeah, we'll go from there.
All right, if there's somebody here with us right now that wants to speak, can you say our name? Sorry, dude, I'm catching this light. You can't even hear me. Is this weird?
Now.
What the hell?
Close to your feet.
The speaker is, yeah. What is this thing by your head? All right, we got to get this going. So,
Led Zeppelin. Okay.
Herb, if you're still here and you want to talk to us, can you say your name so we know that you're here?
Whoa, that was weird.
If that's your name, Herb, can you say yes or no?
Yes.
Herb, do you want to talk with us? Can you say yes or no?
Now.
You want to talk now? Do you know where you are? Can you tell me where you are?
I can't.
Do you know what year it is?
No. No. It was like a no.
Okay, now my light died. Cool.
Enoch?
Enoch. Can you tell me what that means? What does Enoch mean?
You.
I'm Enoch?
Go.
Oh, you want me to leave?
I don't know what that was, but that was creepy.
So my name's Matt. The person standing in front of me is Kenny. If you want us to leave, can you say one of our names back to us, please?
That was a little weird. That sounded like it said you leave.
Which one? Which one of us do you want to
Die.
leave? Can you say that again?
No.
Of course not. Which one of us do you want to leave? Both of us?
No one.
You don't want anybody to leave. Are you angry? Are you upset? Can you tell us how you passed? Did you get sick?
No. Go back.
Go back. I just want to talk to you, okay? We're not trying to upset you. We're not trying to bother you in any way. Again, I need to know that I'm speaking to you, Herb. Can you say my name? My name is Matt. Can you say Matt?
You need to leave.
You really don't want us here, do you? Is it just this part you don't like us in, or do you want us to leave the whole place? Do you want us to leave the church? Can you tell us why you want us to leave?
Tell what it's saying. No, go. I don't know what the no or go. Leave.
Why do you want us to go so bad? Are we disturbing you?
Get out.
We're
Get
ju-
out.
We're just trying to make contact, Herb. Are you mad? Are you angry?
I know.
What do you know?
Oh, that was the radio. I was about to shit my pants. That shit. Leave.
All right, Herb. I'll turn this off in just a few more minutes. We're just trying to get some more information from you, okay? We're just trying to show people or give evidence that spirits like yourself are real.
Frog.
Do you know where you are? Do you know what's happened to you, Herb?
No.
What does it look like where you are right now?
War?
War or warm? Can you describe where you are right now?
Alive, I think. No.
Can you touch one of us on the shoulder or tug on a piece of our clothes so we know you're here?
Go.
You really don't want us here. I'm not trying to make you angry, Herb. We're just trying to figure out what's going on. We can't see you.
Neck?
Neck. What is happening right now? We're just trying to make
Right there.
contact with you, Herb. That's it. We're not trying to upset you. We will leave in just a few minutes. I promise. We're just trying to figure this out, okay? Will you speak with us some more, or do you just want us to go?
Not so. John.
Do you want us to keep? Do you want to keep talking with us? Do you want to keep having this conversation, or do you just want us to leave? Can you say talk or leave?
Water? I think that was radio. It was. Dude, what the fuck?
All right, Herb. We're gonna go ahead and shut this down. I'm gonna pull him
Car.
back out. Is there anything else that you want to pass on to us before we leave? Anything else you want to say?
Leave.
Okay, fair enough.
Bye. Leave. Hang on. I don't know what. That's gonna be hilarious to listen to and hear everything, because that was something was definitely like fuck off. But there was something that like said water, and I thought it was the radio.
Yeah.
And that's how I think I even said it, like it might have been the radio. When I said water, I said I think that's the radio, and it said something like it was, or yes it is, or something like that. It was really weird.
So we had us a chatty ghost there for a long
Dude,
time.
I could have stayed in that. Most of the time I don't, and I think that happened last time with the other investigation. Most of the time I don't really get much in these.
Yeah.
That one, that was constant, and it wasn't radio. Like it was weird, man. Like I don't want to sound dramatic here, but it felt like something was right next to me that whole time. Like the whole
No,
time.
we were so for the first part of that Estes method. You might as well not headphones on. You not had headphones on. You and I were having a one-way or two-way conversation.
I was gonna say I could tell with the leave thing over and over.
Yeah.
I can imagine it was probably
You and I were
that.
talking. I mean, it was just like you and I were having a conversation,
Yeah.
man. Everything that I was saying, you were immediately firing back with. Kind of similar to Oak Street there at the
Yeah.
beginning. It was almost a
That's what I was
recreation
thinking.
of
It
that.
reminded me a lot of that, because that Oak Street, and this one by far though was the most I've ever gotten in that, and it was constant. But there was one part where I think it was like you need to leave or something. It said it twice, but the first time it sounded like just a normal voice, like a woman going, "You need to leave," and then right after it was like, "Leave," and I was like, "Whoa!" It kind of gave me chills, man.
Well, I can tell you this for certain: Herb is here, and Herb does not like us.
No, I think I don't know. I think at first it might have been okay, but I think now it's kind of getting to the point.
I think we've worn out our welcome.
Yeah,
so
like
we got a few other things I think we want to check out, but we'll move from this spot. This seems to be Herb's stomping grounds here, so we'll leave from here. And
it's really cold right here, man. Yeah. It is really fucking cold. Like, dude, this spot, man. We'll have to come back to this spot in the future and check it out. I mean, I don't want to piss something off, but no, it's really cold right here. Walk over here and see if you can feel it. Because it's cold, but it feels even colder over here.
Oh, yeah.
That's weird.
It's noticeably colder.
Yeah. It feels like it's just around me. So
probably because you got a little buddy that's staring you down until you leave right there.
I'm telling you, like the whole time. Normally I just feel vulnerable with all that shit on me.
Right.
But it felt like somebody was standing right here this whole time, man. It was so weird. And it was constant. That was weird.
Yeah, that was genuinely eerie and cool.
It was good. I mean, it was what we wanted, but it's still... Yeah, I gotta get out of this spot, man.
Yeah, let's move on from here. And you just set the REM pod off.
I just can't stand there anymore, man. I can feel it over here. It does not feel as cold right there. Or it's right there.
What in the world?
That's what it did earlier.
Yeah.
I just assumed that it's something
malfunctioning.
Yeah, something like that. It's too cold. He's like, hey, but I'm freezing out here.
All right, we'll move on to another part of the cemetery here, and kind of leave Herb at rest.
Yeah.
All right, man.
We'll do that.
So, wow, that was a pretty cool investigation here at Live Oak. It's such a small cemetery. We honestly didn't walk into this expecting much of anything at all, but we wound up getting pretty surprised. We're fairly certain that we have a spirit here with us named Herb, who clearly does not want us here. Has kind of corralled us all over the cemetery here. And on top of that, we just got a lot of chatter on the spirit box, which is, I mean, we normally do, but not to the extent we got tonight. So yeah, there's definitely a lot to go through in the footage. So we should have a lot to present with you in the recap. But overall, great investigation. Definitely, like we always say, a place we'll come back to for sure.
Yeah.
And that's it. So from everybody here, Para or Normal, we'll see you in the recap.
See you later. Like and subscribe.
Subscribe.
No diggities.
So let's talk Live Oak, my man.
Yep.
Yeah. Nah,
seminary.
Yeah, man, seminary, dude. I could not get cemetery out of my mouth that night to save my freaking life, man. But I was going back and reviewing some of the footage for this one. The thing I'm excited about the most, or I like about this episode the most, because I can see it from the viewer side of things. Like if you really watch this thing all the way through, it looks like we're just standing in a dark field by a road. You can't really tell we're in a cemetery, but because it's so small, we're not surrounded by gravestones. But what I like most about this episode was we went into this thing like, we're gonna do a little recording and just see what we can get. It was close to where we are, and I was cool. And I like how we wound up getting so much, it wound up becoming its own episode. Like, I don't think either one of us walked in there that night with the intention that this would be an episode. And boom. I mean, yeah.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah. Such a small place, but so much happened. And I think the biggest takeaway from this place was that, we'd use the tools we have on hand. We usually got an EVP going or a recorder going to get EVP. And we use the spirit box. We almost always start with the spirit box just because, our success rate with it. And bam, like right from the jump, we were just getting all these different. And I think And maybe if I went back and watched other investigations we did, maybe I'd catch a little bit more. But it just seemed like we were getting so many different voices through this one. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was just we were just getting surrounded. It was really cool. You know what I mean? Made it hard to pinpoint any one thing down, but it was really cool to get all of that activity and especially get it captured on camera.
Yeah, it's pretty nice too because it was one that I lived pretty close by to for a long time, and I don't know why I never really thought to go check it out, but it was just kind of, I was going by the other day and took a glance because I thought most of that area was pretty new. I didn't realize until we read that sign that that was that old. But I kind of noticed when I was driving past and looked over and seeing some of the tombstones were pretty old, and so they are. I'll just go check it out. And originally just planned just to go up there and just kind of do like some recording and leave the phone recording and just hang out there. If I went by myself or whatever, I was just going to kind of hang out and let that happen. But yeah, it was definitely one of those ones where there was much more to it than I expected.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I did not, especially the historical aspect. I wish I would have taken a picture of the sign
Yeah,
because I don't want to get any of that factual, data wrong. But yeah, I do remember it saying something to the effect that the like original Live Oak Church was several miles from that location, but then it wound up moving. And this was back again, like you said, in the 1800s.
yeah.
And again, I think the church moved locations, and then that's where they started creating the cemetery right next to the church, which is not uncommon. But I didn't expect the historical aspect at all. No.
Well, that's kind of the thing that threw me off of that when I was looking at some of the dates on it, because you had some that were 1880s, early 1900s, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know too much about that stuff, but I was trying to figure out if they moved, some of the tombstones there or how that worked, because I don't imagine that that little spot right there has been occupied by that for that long.
No.
But it's just I can't figure that out every time I see stuff like that. Usually it's that area really is that old, and people have been buried there for that long. But that one I couldn't piece together. But I know that whoever's buried
Well,
there for a while.
and you know this area better than I do. You've lived here your whole life. I don't know. Like, it looks like an area that was only recently really developed.
Yeah,
So, that looks like, for the longest time, it was mostly just a rural area. So to find that little bitty cemetery with graves dating back, to the 1800s was like, whoa,
yeah.
definitely something I didn't expect when we walked in there. So.
And I thought it was probably newer, but I mean, definitely a nice little find though. One uh, that I plan on definitely going back. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what made this investigation unique to me, and everyone we go on is unique, obviously, and I find something I like just about everyone we go to. But what was cool about this one was so we started it off in the same pattern that we do our investigations. We started with a spirit box and we did an Estes method, which I did first. And we were getting things on the spirit box, but it was, just kind of random.
yeah,
And then we were getting stuff on the Estes method, but again, random, nothing really pointed. But it isn't until we did the second half where you took over the spirit box and we actually moved to that kind of like that back corner of the cemetery where things really got weird, in a good way, but things got weird. And that's what I like, because even moving into your Estes method, yeah, I mean, the same theme presented itself. When we moved away from that area, things kind of stayed the same like they did in the beginning. But that one spot, man, that was the hot spot for the
yeah.
night. So
Definitely, that seemed to be where it picked up at. And at one point I kind of felt like when we were doing the Estes method, I was standing there. Normally it's something out, you have a blindfold on and soundproof and all that, so you're kind of already, you feel weird because all
mm,
your senses are dulled. But uh it was really weird. It got really cold towards the end of that Estes method. It got really cold right there.
yeah,
I kind of think of it as like being in a room with a fan circulating, and you start feeling it, just kind of the air is going around. But that was really weird to me, because I the whole time I was doing that Estes method, it felt like somebody was near us, and I've never had that happen during that. Never felt like somebody was right next to me, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was really weird.
Well, that's what even, and granted, these two things were absolutely coincidental. I'm not chalking this up to spirit activity. But what made
Right.
it even weirder is, and you see it on the video, is that when I was filming your Estes method, and it took my brain a minute, because you know how it is. You're already in this place, these weird things have began to happen. So now you're looking for any anomaly you can. And I'm
Mhm.
filming you doing this Estes method, and there's this, you can't see it as well on the recording, but if you were looking at the camera, it looked like there was this disembodied face right next to your head. So
Yeah,
that's
very
why you
cool.
see me stumble in the beginning, because I'm like,
Yeah,
what
trying to figure
is
it out.
that, dude? And then obviously I figured out it was you had your headlamp on around your neck and the light was on, so the glare was hitting but I was like, what? And then the fact that you said later, like, felt like something was right next to me. It was just bizarre, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
God, yeah. Yeah,
But again,
right.
yeah,
What was it? Old Herb could have been right there.
herb. So speaking of herb, this is where things took off. I think with relative certainty we can say we met, a spirit. It's late. I'm already starting the yawns, man. You can tell I met a spirit. We met a spirit that night named Herb or Herb, however you want to pronounce it. We both said it different ways, and he kept responding to both, so whatever. But
Yeah.
but yeah, once we said that name, things kind of popped off. I mean, the name kept getting said back to us, back and forth. After that, we started getting these really weird responses in the spirit box. In fact, I've already got that queued up, and there's about a 50-second, almost to a minute window where things were just like weird. And I've gone back and tried to pick them up. In fact, that's what I'm going to play for you now, is right where all this kind of insane back and forth between you and the spirit box happened. So let me pull it up, and I have slowed it down so you can hear things a little better. One of the things I went back because it's really unique. Almost sounds like he calls us whores,
Probably
which could be the first time we've been insulted. So, but yeah, I've already got it queued up. So, and it is slowed down as slow as I could get it. So, and still be, intelligible. So here we go.
Nuts. This thing's crazy, man. There's something coming through. Is that you trying to talk to us?
Right there. Bars.
I'm telling you, man. There's something here.
You know?
Wait, are you Herb?
Yeah.
Oh! You hear it again? Yeah. All right, keep
Something
talking
there.
to him. Okay, Herb, if that's you, can you tell us your age?
Sounds like he says 68.
Yeah.
I can hear it, man. It's so faint, but I can hear it. Herb, if that's you, can you tell us if you're buried here? Can you say yes or no?
Buried. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the freeze frame of the night.
What's so crazy about that, man, is like I've listened to that audio, several
Yeah.
times. So that was probably the best one. When I was going through and kind of picking out what I could find, I remember it said Herb the second time, that part just now.
Mm-hmm.
But when we asked the age, I couldn't figure out what he was saying because when I was listening to it, I couldn't slow it down, but I could
Right.
hear something, and I'm like, what the hell is he saying? Because it sounded like he responded, but I couldn't
Yeah.
tell what he said until now. So it's crazy hearing some of that because I couldn't hear that on just normal speed.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep this as my background on my laptop now. This face,
Yeah, what's up with that? Who is this guy?
Dude, I love it. I think we should have made this the banner for the episode.
Yeah,
The Live Oak
dude,
investigation.
you can what is it, the thumbnail or whatever. Yeah.
But no, what I wanted to point out with that one is that is when things kind of went off the rails. I mean, I went back and just listened. All in all, it's about a minute where things constantly kept happening.
Yeah.
We got the herb and we got the herb back. And then that weird, I don't know why I'm so focused on that one voice. Mainly because you can tell it's definitely not a broadcast. It's not something that came off the radio. But and again, I went back and I listened to it. I don't know how many times, and he does. It sounds like he's saying whores. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah. I never even heard that part. I mean, I definitely wouldn't have heard it until it was slowed down, but it kind of cracks me up because given the way that he responded or whatever it was responding, it wouldn't surprise me if that's what it actually said.
yeah,
Because it
not
did
at all.
seem it was very annoyed, you know.
Yeah, they were whatever it was agitated for sure. But
Well,
then again, we got that. It's either 58 or 68 when you ask the age, but there's an age that comes across there. You get a
yeah,
couple other voices in there that are just like, hey, you know,
yeah,
but the you getting buried repeated back to you was kind of like,
yeah,
wow, what?
yeah, that was pretty odd. Yeah, that one I definitely heard. And what's funny about that is that during my Estes method, and I might have mentioned it, but that was what I heard the most was that it was like a woman's voice. You know, I heard
Yeah.
it a lot. And it was like just that exact voice. I remember hearing something, man. It was really weird. I think I even commented during it, like it kind of, I don't remember saying anything about it, but I remember saying that it was weird sounding because it was like it came across and it said, you know, something like, you need to leave or something. And it echoed and it said,
Mm-hmm.
leave, like it echoed out. And that part did not sound like the radio. It kind of caught me off guard because, you know, some of this stuff you're hearing it and you're thinking, you know, okay, maybe that was radio, maybe that wasn't. You're going back and forth, and that just sounded like somebody's voice came through. So
Mm-hmm.
that was pretty odd. Yeah, that spot was definitely active. You know, there was definitely something there. You know.
Well, and again, I think what helped confirm that, uh, again, that we had finally dialed into something. You know,
Mm,
not only were we getting the names back and forth in the spirit box, but what happened next, you know what I mean, with and everybody saw it with your Estes method, which we did right after that spirit box session. Again, like it's like you and I were just having a conversation. I mean, I was asking things and I was getting direct responses, you know, and again, old Herb there was making it very clear that he did not like what we were doing. He didn't want us there. He wanted us to leave. He didn't want to talk. You know what I
well,
mean?
it's kind of weird because I was, you know, I didn't get a chance to really listen to that. You know, my SS method. I didn't get a chance to listen to it until earlier today. I sat down and listened to the audio from it. And it starts off like that, like it's almost an instant conversation, you know, like there's a question that or an answer that's meeting the question every time, and then suddenly it just kind of stops. And I was thinking about it, it's like it almost sounds like whatever it was, you know, if it was anything, it was confused, or like it kind of was acknowledging, you know, your presence and you talking, and then
Mm-hmm.
suddenly it was confused and it had no idea what was going on, and then it was irritated, you know, because it
Right.
from like, you know, yes, no. One of them I remember was right on point. But you know, you said like you said, if not, tell me yes, you know, or no, and then it said no, and then suddenly it just dropped off, and it was it just sounded like it was confused and it was just annoyed, and it was
Yeah.
pretty.
No, you're right. And one of the theories that this convinces me more so of is I think when you know, not just you and I, but many investigators, when they go out and they do this, you're always working off the premise that these ghosts know they're ghosts. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? Now, there are some people that have claimed to find, you know, instances of residual hauntings where the ghost kind of keeps playing the same thing over and over and over again. You know, nothing we've really experienced yet, but I think for the most part, we assume that people know that they're dead.
Mhm.
And this was the first time, especially with that Estes method session, where I was getting the feeling that okay, part of this frustration, part of this is anger, is this spirit, for lack of a better term, we'll call him Herb, doesn't
Mhm.
understand what's happening.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
yeah, yep.
He,
That's
I don't think
exactly.
he knew that he was a, that he was deceased.
Yeah,
Uh, and that's pretty compelling, man. Like that kind of reframes how I see all these investigations that we're doing, because again, we're working off the basic principle that, oh, these ghosts know they're dead, maybe they got a message they want to pass on. And again, I'm not saying this is the case for every single entity or spirit that you meet out there, but or encounter, but this one, that's clearly what it felt like more than anything else, old Herb was just getting more and more pissed off by the second, because he had no idea what was going on.
yeah, that's I think especially with what I'm assuming was an adult, I think if it were like a kid, I would kind of expect that, they wouldn't understand or know. But with an adult, you would think that there's something there where they kind of can understand and come to terms with what's happened
Right.
and they're at. And so I think that I almost got the feeling that it was somebody that was, well, it's gonna sound kind of dumb, but somebody that was really old, not
Mm-hmm.
old as far as like past life, but just, that they died at an old age and could have had maybe some kind of form of dementia. I thought about that. I was like, because the way it happened, it was almost like they just could not remember anything. And then, of course, this is speculation because we're going off of what we
Sure.
caught. So I don't know if there was ever really anything, but it's just that was kind of the feeling I got, was that it just it's it had its memory, something was wrong with its memory, and then
Yeah.
suddenly it just irritable, and that was the end of it, and it wanted us to leave it alone. Who knows? I think if we go back in the future and we go to that spot again and it happens like that again, it'll really confirm it for me and tell me that something was there.
Well, and I think we'll have a better direction of what questions to ask as well.
Yeah,
Maybe kind of even disarm the whole thing right from the get go. Because yeah, that does lead me into a whole slew of new questions. Like, okay, um, do do you know, kind of like what we do with the date and the year, but maybe spin those questions differently. Like, hey, do you live around here? You know,
yeah,
what do you do for an occupation? Things like that. Just to get
yeah,
a maybe elicit more responses that way with a spirit that doesn't maybe know that it's dead, and I think that'll affect how we do, at least for me, investigations in the future, because I won't always go into these locations that we go to just assuming, well, it's a cemetery. Clearly, if there's anything here that wants to speak, it knows it's dead. Maybe they
right.
don't.
Yeah,
You know what I
but
mean?
yeah, yep, yeah. I think I think that you're right about that. Pinpointing certain questions and asking them in a manner where they would think they're still alive would probably generate an easier idea of who they are, and
Right.
confirm it more. And probably if it is the case that it is like that and it doesn't know, it would help, whoever that is kind of move forward. And, I kind of think about this stuff and it's just a little bit, it's kind of heartbreaking, because you don't know if somebody's
Yeah, it
really
is.
spirits there and they really can't tell. One other thing though, before I forget, but it's kind of weird, and I didn't get a chance to mention this to you, but I went back and was listening to the audio from some of the EVPs that I had, and the first one, it's really weird. I'll send it to you. Maybe we can clip it out and put it in here, or we'll put it in a future video. But I set this thing down for at least 16 minutes. Left it sitting there,
Mhm.
and here I thought at first it was me messing with it, but then it goes on and on and on. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not sitting there just taking the phone and moving it around. So I was like,
Right.
just sitting there. I was sitting on a book bag for a good 15, 20 minutes, and something is sitting there messing with it. I can't tell what's happening to it, but you can hear it shuffling around over and over, and you can hear us, at a pretty far distance. So we're not right there. But I started to think about that, and I was like, well, if it was the same spirit, maybe that's something else is where he's coming over and kind of examining these things, and he doesn't know what they are. So he's looking at it, being like, what the hell is this? So it
Right.
could um, yeah, I just wanted to mention that too because I thought it was pretty odd, that audio, it just sounded like something was messing with it the whole time. So who knows? Maybe the same one and maybe a different one.
No, no, you're right. No, that's something to definitely keep in mind.
Yeah,
Um, I usually keep notes. I know it makes me sound like a huge nerd, but I do keep
Yeah.
notes for every place that we go to, just so we got a direction to go to when we go back. Because I do think it's important that we revisit a lot of these places. I mean, heck, you revisiting Kingston,
Yeah.
already proved fruitful.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's something I would like to do with some of these other places. This one definitely included. You know what I mean?
I definitely agree on that. Yep.
Yeah, because we got an area we know we need to go to. We know kind of what questions we need to ask, and we'll see if that changes things, or we may not get anything. You just don't
Yeah.
know. But
Yep.
again, that's the whole point of what we're doing is to try to figure that out. So
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I think you're right. I think the more we go, it'll definitely it'll give us a lot to go off of too. So we're not asking the same questions because I'd be willing to bet that a lot of these spirits, when they're being asked, "Do you want us to leave?" They're probably like, "You know what? Yeah, just get out. Yeah,
right,
you know
right.
what? Just get the hell out of here." So yeah.
Just, we're done with you guys.
Oh, you guys keep asking us the same questions. Bring a different ghost hunter in.
Well, and we've mentioned that before, like when we went to All Saints, because we've been to
Yeah.
All Saints. I don't even know how many times now, 5 or 6 times, and the responses we get do kind of line up with that. Like some of
Yeah.
the responses we get on the Spirit Box, and some EVP even have been like these guys again.
Yeah, these guys
What
again.
do you want?
One of the tweets, and I mean that one really confirmed it for me because it just sounded like that EVP, and that's not even across the spirit box. It's like full on audio of
Yeah,
something talking, and it's basically like, fine, I just don't even care.
right.
But
Fine then.
yeah, I don't care. Yeah. I can't tell what the rest of it's saying. It sounds like something like "go away" or something, but I haven't been able to figure that out. But I do think that as we go along and we're starting to get to a point now we're getting better at this and having better answers to start with, and once we get a little bit more
Yeah,
evidence we kind of go off of that.
I'm with you 100%, man. And again, like we always say, it's up to you at home
Yeah.
to make draw your own conclusions. You may have watched everything we presented with you and be like, nah, it's BS. There's nothing there. You guys are hearing things, and that's fine. Uh, but it's ultimately up to you to decide, if there was something to that or not. Which is part of what we do as well. So we present the evidence, and you make sense of it, kind of thing. So yeah, man. Any other takeaways from?
No, I don't think that was pretty much the main thing. I think that was really just that one spot was where it seemed to really, hit off, and then the rest of the night we kind of get a little bit here and there, but overall, I mean, it was a nice find, I mean, I guess you want to call it a find. We know it's been there, but it was definitely worth going there, and I definitely want to go back and check it out.
No, absolutely, dude. As always, and again, I know to repeat myself, We say
Yeah,
that every time, but we mean it. We do want to go back because there's
yeah,
always follow up that we can do. And in the meantime, I'm going to produce magnets for the channel so everybody can
yeah. Get some more
of the Kenny Doc Brown face. Ronald Reagan, the president.
Ghost. That's a good. I wonder how many times I do that too. Because
That's
I'm
the
not.
first time I noticed it. I was just like, what?
Hey,
It
just
was
caught,
great, dude.
caught in the
We're gonna have
moment.
yeah, we're gonna
You
have T-shirts with
know?
that face.
Yeah,
Ghosts.
that's it. Yeah, we'll get them printed out. If you want one, let us know. We'll get it made for you. You get a little keychain.
Heck yeah, dude! All kinds of swag, pens.
Yeah, make it famous.
Oh man. Well, again, that's really all I have. That's kind of what I saw and wanted to discuss. And as always, thank you for anybody that's subscribed already for your support. And if you haven't, like and subscribe now. As always, we always talk about comments. We're always open to comments, and we try to respond back to everybody. But other than that, Kenny, unless you've got something else, man.
That's, I mean, pretty much what you said. The only thing, if anybody's got, we're always looking for new locations in this area, Myrtle Beach, Conway, around that area. If you do know anything, let us know and suggest it, and maybe we can go check it out.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely, man. Well, without further ado, that is it from the Para or Normal team, and we will see you next time.
See you later, guys.
Go.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Para or Normal. Tonight, we are at Live Oak Cemetery. Fucking.
Go.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Para or Normal. Tonight, we are here at Live Oak Seminary. Jesus!
Dude, I mean, I'm already recording.
Oh, are you filming now?
I am. I'm filming this.
You son of a bitch.
Sneak film people. It's like I'm a weirdo. I just film people. And they're like,
Yes!
"What?"
Yes!
It's like, is there anything in particular you want them to do? No, I was just filming them.
Yeah, he's rubbing his belly button. That's not weird.
He's just picking at his belly button. That's all he does. He'll be done soon.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
Whatever you're doing, I like it. Anyways, we're at the seminary.
We're at the seminary still.
You can see we're at the
There's
seminary.
Catholic
over
ghosts
here.
to boot.
Catholic ghosts. We got them country Catholics out here.
Shit.
If anybody's nearby, or if you're the one that was speaking to us, can you set off that red light over there? All you gotta do is get close to it.
Just touch it.
Just touch the light. That's all you gotta do. Just touch the light. That's all we want.
Just grab it.
Just pick it up and throw it at us if you want.
Pick it up.
It's like, well, don't do that because then we'd have to buy a train
Right.
new one.
I don't want to spend $200 on another run pod right now.
Can you touch the light? Just touch it.
Just go over there and pop a squat. Come on.
Yeah, just do whatever you want to it. Just
Caress
do
it.
something.
Whisper to it.
He's like, I do like that light.
It's quite nice.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and walk away, but you feel free to do whatever you want to that light. you have fun with him, all right?
So this was a great investigation.
We have found so many spirits in this grave.
There's a few of them among us at the moment. One named Ab.
He's been hanging around here.
He
He says
he's not a fan of the way we work it.
he likes the way I work it, but he's not having any diggities.
No diggity. He wants you to proceed to bagging.
Get the bagging it up.
Get the bags ready.
Bag it up, Ab. Bag it up. No diggity.
Why are you not bagging?
Please proceed with bagging.
More bags, please.
Please keep working.
Continue the progress.
Keep working it up. There we go. Oh,
Anyways,
we are cold as shit right now, everybody.
it is
Oh.
freezing our nutsack off.
Oh dear God.
It's like, I feel like I'm gonna keep talking like this now.
Oh, all right, you ready?
Yep.
You're like, I've been waiting on you. I
yeah,
still
I'm
got my
good.
headlamp on.
I'm going mining if you want to go along.
You all like to come along with me to mine?
We're gonna mine for some diggities.
So many diggities.
We need all the diggities we can get.
Yes, bring us all your diggities.
Wait, don't we messed up? It's no diggities. Zero.
Damn it!
Zero diggities.
That's why we don't have any diggities. We keep giving away all the
We can give
diggities.
the diggities away. There's no more diggities left.
None. None whatsoever. Oh, okay. You ready?
Yep.
Woo! Gotta get the blood moving again.
So I just kind of stayed like a statue. But it's
Yeah,
not
you're doing really
working.
well. You do that really well.
I am.
Thank you. Okay. It's like 5 minutes of pure nonsense
Oh, yeah.
before we actually start like the 30-second outro.
Yeah, 30-second outro. It's like, why is this video so long?
Holy shit, this video is like 2 hours long. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
I feel like I've asked you that for like the 8th time.
Oh, yeah.
All right.